Welcome to the Paddock podcast. This was supposed to be called the Devil's podcast, you know, because I wanted to keep full-time Devils a little bit alive. But something happened somewhere, didn't it? Mm-hmm. 1 week I never turned up. Name got changed. Never got changed back.
On your feet, lose your seat, big man. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Snooze, you lose.
Yeah. Etc. Etc.
Well, today this is called the Devil's podcast, so you can all suck my little cock.
Young Money, you were calling it a second ago.
Yeah, Young Money. Makes me the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Moolah, baby, is also his other nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what we're going to be talking about today then? Young Money.
I've got a list there.
I'm presenting, but I haven't seen the plan.
That's good, that,
we're going to be talking about midfielders.
Yeah.
Camavinga
being the main one.
Ruben Neves and Sal Niguez.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about United.
Mm-hmm.
I nearly said the Wolves game then, the Southampton game. Briefly, we won't dwell on it too much because I'm sure everyone's had enough of it already. And just, Lukaku.
Can we just put the Southampton game to bed here and I'll just tell you why?
All right, go on then.
All right, we'll stop talking about it after this, yeah?
But we need to talk about midfielders.
Yeah, we can talk
we'll
about
how
about
that's gonna
Southampton first.
We can talk about midfield.
How we'll be fixed.
And also, give us a like, get involved in the comments, hit subscribe if you're not doing as well.
I'll tell you why.
And if you like his t-shirt there, by the way, Marcus and Tony and Mason and Jaden, check out the merch link in the description.
4 very popular players.
Inshallah, we don't have to cross off one of these names soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Wan-Bissaka and...
We'll give you a free marker with it.
Yeah.
Go on. You said you wanted to put Southampton
Yeah,
to
so
bed.
let's
Go
put
on.
Southampton to bed
Do
like
it.
Jay Holiday. Listen. That game, yeah. I'm not going to use the line that I used on PR Piss Take earlier because it's not good when you use the
Coming
line
out at
twice,
7
is it?
o'clock.
Is it? It's not good when you use it twice, is it?
No.
Should I tell them what the line was, though?
Go on.
Okay, go on then.
We are like 15. When we get a 6, we got 21. Get it.
It's all about 21. He's coming these days, isn't
But
it?
basically, what I'm trying to say
He's
is
lost his mind.
we needed Southampton game to happen before the deadline. Because if we would have won yesterday and everyone plays great, everyone goes into the season thinking, our midfield's all right. We can get through this. When actually, we need a DM. I was looking at Ruben Neves for Wolves against Tottenham, and I know he isn't the type of midfielder we've all been crying out for, but a great option. Could be a Carrick signing.
Yeah.
You look
Shout out,
around,
bro.
I agree.
and the signings available out there, and hopefully that draw against Southampton was what we'd lost 2 points,
Yeah.
but it will gain us more points down the line.
I like your thinking. My only reservation is Ollie might look at it and go, Scott McTominay plays when he's fit. He's not fit, he'll be back again. Do I need a midfielder? If we'd have gone full strength and that had happened, then yeah. I'm not saying we don't, because I want us to buy a midfielder. I'm saying Ollie might look at it and go, well, Scott's back in next week. We'll be all right.
No, but Scott, look at City, look at Chelsea,
Yep.
and look at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now, all those teams, they have weaker positions than us in certain positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we look at their number 6 positions, every one of those teams are better than us. And that's a massive position. Like, you look at Liverpool, they've got Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho, all of them start for us in the number 6 position. You look at Chelsea, Kovacic, Jorginho, Kante, they all start for us. You look at City, Fernandinho, Rodri. Fernandinho doesn't even start for them at the moment. Rodri, I think Gundogan play there, Bernardo Silva. And I know Bernardo Silva and Gundogan aren't typically 6, but they all start for our midfield, you know what I mean? They all start behind Bruno and Pogba. And whilst we've got Bruno and Pogba, we have got the creme de la creme of number 8, but we have got
Mackey's drive-through of number 6s.
the poo de la poo of number 6s.
Poo de la Poo. New
What
restaurant
about,
opening soon.
What about the lad from Brighton everyone raves about, Basuma?
Basuma.
A few people in the comments are mentioning him.
Oh, if we get him, it could be Adam and Eve.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
lovely. What, when we do the interview?
Yeah.
Adam and Eve.
You can say that to him.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like him. He's all right. I do like the look of Neves. He don't really. He's not like a. Well, he's one of them actually, Neves, where you think he's not like a big tackler because he's not a sort of tenacious, quick. He's quite slow.
seen it?
But he gets.
Massive.
But he gets a lot of tackles. His tackling, his average tackles per game is actually very high. And his long ball playing it out from the back is so much better than anyone we've got in that position. Fred cannot play the ball out from the back. We know that.
We know this. Yeah.
Sometimes
Neves actually can.
1 in 100 times he plays a worldie and you're like, fucking hell.
I know, but 1 in 100 times I play a world.
He'll
Like,
drop
I
like a
remember-
9 out of 10 and you're like, this is it. This is it, mate. We have got the player we always thought we could have. and then that's not really true, is it? It's not really.
No.
And
consistent
Matic
enough.
is the number 6, but we'll talk about the midfield in a bit, innit?
Yeah.
Talk about the midfield
But
in a
yeah,
bit.
Southampton, and you think it could lead to? It could be
I
a
hope
positive
so.
thing.
If someone's got sense within that board area team. But I think Ollie's wanted that anyway before Southampton as well. And I just think it's been a case of getting players out. Andres Pereira's gone now, albeit on loan. There's talk about Lingard. So I could see us freeing up the space and getting a Neves, getting... I don't think Basuma's going to happen. There hasn't even been any rumours. There's been talk about Camavinga, but you feel like he's eyeing up elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I think we sign one.
What's Romano been saying about Camavinga then?
Romano tweeted about Eduardo Camavinga last night. He said, there are chances for Eduardo Camavinga to leave Rennes.
Great.
It's not going to be Rennes, is it?
Rennes.
Ren.
Why have an S in it?
Because it's French.
Oh, have you got no
Ridiculous.
culture at all?
No. In the final 8 days of the transfers market.
It's not chips and gravy, it's foreign.
I say that.
All that foreign.
I originally called Januzaj Januzaj.
Janyazaj. Adrian as well as his first name. Adrian
Januzaj is class, bro.
When Memphis Depay signed and everyone's calling him Depay. So we was doing it and everyone's going, what are you on about Depay?
Of Andy singing Walking in Memphis. So. We made a thing about
You made Andy Tate do that?
No. We like rotoscoped him. Is that what you call it? Onto like a priest.
Right.
Walking in Memphis. Me and producer Chris were on a lot of drugs.
I like that. Go on then, read this tweet out.
So there are chances for Eduardo Camavinga to leave Ren. Sorry.
Ron.
Who's Ron?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Right. In the final 8 days of the transfers market. I'm reading it. This is what he's written. Don't blame me.
He has actually. He has written that.
I'm
Go
Ron
fuck
Burgundy.
yourself, San Diego.
He'll not sign a new long-term deal with Rennes. So they're open to sell Camavinga for 35 million euros fee. #transfers.
Fee. Come back an hour later.
It depends on the offers in the next few days. Open race.
I like open race at the
That's
end.
what he said.
Why is he tweeting in broken sentences?
Because he's got 140 characters.
Yeah, and
You got 280 now, you know.
Shit, what?
240.
Is it?
280.
280. Yeah.
You got
280.
over 200.
Shit.
I mean,
I remember the early
There's
days.
Romano, he can do what he wants, can't he, to be honest.
Can he though?
He's getting a lot of info
like
in there as well.
41,000 likes on that tweet. And we're talking about
But
it.
we know
He
that
literally
United
could
are
tweet,
interested.
It's Monday and you get, you know.
It's Monday, here we go, confirmed. And that's 100,000 retweets.
100%.
The thing is, though, we have been targeting Camavinga in the past. We have made approaches. We have had talks with his team.
Yeah.
This is an extension of that, isn't it? There were rumours before that he would prefer to go to Spain, Barca or Real Madrid than come to United, PSG even.
Yeah, I think, like, the manager was saying, like, they're resigned to losing him. So they want to get some money for him before, obviously, his contract runs out. The Rennes gaffer said that listen, it's off, so we want some dough. So it's a deal that can be done, but as you've said, Maka, and you said as well, it looks like maybe Real Madrid or.
But here's the thing though, it sounds like he's like, I'm just leaving, and then we'll sort out where I'm going afterwards.
Yeah.
If they're not bothered, if they're not interested, if they're not going after him, we could get him. Do you know what I mean? If Barca are struggling to sign people, although people have signed for them this summer.
Though, if we get him, does he even come straight into the team?
Yeah.
Do you think? Because he's 18. He's
Yeah.
obviously never played.
You'd have to take your time a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like, and also from what I don't know a lot about him. From what I read, he's not played in a six that recently.
He has, but I think because he's one of Rennes' best players.
Career,
Because he's one of Rennes' best players,
Right, okay.
and he is an all-round player.
Yeah.
He's needed more further afield.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's other players that can do that defensive work. But I think if a team gets him and they go, we want you to be an all-round combative number 8, they could turn him into that. Or
Right.
they could go, we want you to be our number 6. They could turn him into that.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, you can mould him into what you want him to be. I think he's an all-round midfielder, plays in the 6, plays in the 8. He's a little bit more confident in the final third as well. But you're right in terms of I think he comes in terms of based on pure talent alone.
Right, okay.
But you'd need to take some time with him. I mean,
That's
look at Donny van
my
der
only
Beek, who
issue.
was more experienced in the Champions League. We've had to take our time with him. But having said that, everyone keeps crying out for Donny to play. Bruno and Pogba are our best players. So
Yeah.
that's kind of... And the thing about our midfield is it's actually pretty stacked, which is a problem because, yes, we've got rid of Pereira, who played in there, but Matic, Fred and McTominay, we all agree neither of them are good enough to be that number 6 on their own.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be a willingness to get rid of any of the cunts.
Yeah, who are we replacing?
McTominay doesn't go anyway. He's a squad player. He'll stay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. I'm happy with that. I'm not criticising any of these players individually. But Fred, there seems to be an acceptance that he's a Manchester United player. Matic, there seems to be an acceptance.
Matt signed a deal, didn't he, not long ago?
Yeah.
Like 18 months ago, like a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Of
That's
massive
like Arsenal
money.
giving Xhaka a deal.
I know, and it's like, now you're not going to move him on unless someone's going to pay those wages, which they're not. They're not going to do that. So it was a silly move. We should have just given him a 1-year extension, really. I think we got Juan Martinez even in the super chat says, is Arteta just what Pep would be without the money?
Nah.
Maybe.
What?
No.
Spanish fraud?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he's right.
Maybe he is.
Yeah.
If Pep didn't have that cash, who knows where he'd be now?
Both fraudulent.
Working at Shoe Zone.
Right, if we are going to talk about Southampton,
11th in the table.
let's briefly mention this and then move on. Lot of stick for your boy, Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
Still have faith.
We need your
I
input
still
on
have
this.
faith, but
Yeah.
you know what? He had a stink. Well, he didn't
Talk
have a
us
great
through
game.
it.
Comes because
Did he have a stinker?
Yes.
Possibly. But at the same time, our problem against Southampton.
I like this.
And I
Asking
was
yourself
I
questions.
said, no, I thought it was poor.
yeah.
Granted. But also, you look at it 5 months out. Does he need fitness? Does he need game time? Does he
Okay.
need minutes
Okay.
under his belt? Yes. And that's the problem that Ollie's in because his performances aren't warranting a start.
Yeah.
He needs fitness because he's been out for 5 months.
Yeah.
But was he the problem against Southampton? In my opinion, no matter who played there, we would have been frustrated yesterday because Fred and the midfield were fucking awful, bro. Like, awful. We never got anything up to them. We never got... And if
We
you
did
look at
have
the
some
start that we
chances,
made,
though.
the start that we made was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we had that chance cleared off the line from Salisu, who I thought was excellent on the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Salisu cleared another one from Pogba, which hit the post. Then Pogba had a header over. And at that point, we needed to maintain a goal. And I think we win 3-4-0.
Me too.
And it just didn't happen. But the problem like we discussed it earlier on Piss Take, the problem for Martial is Greenwood and Cavani. That's your because if you're on your own, I think we're sitting. If he's Man United's main striker still, we're sitting here going, he needs fitness at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know, if like he come in on the back of a 20-goal season, we're going. He's been 5 months out. He needs fitness. But the problem is you're coming back on your worst season
Yeah.
with no fitness, 5 months out. Cavani and Greenwood are knocking at the door. It's really make or break time now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't see him leaving before the window closes. I think he's still a big part of this squad. But he does need to find himself again. And the problem is, everything, like, I was, like, even, like, with Arsenal fans, like I said to you, like, it's game week 2, they're losing their fucking heads. And yesterday, I didn't really tweet during the game, but I was looking at Twitter, like, at half-time, I'm thinking, like, people are losing it. Like, literally,
But
like,
do you think that's because it's off the back with Martial in
no, I
particular?
don't mean just about Martial.
No,
I
I know,
meant
but
about the team.
I know, but to go to that because people were losing it with him as well. Do you think that's because it's like you said, it is off the back of a terrible year for him?
Oh yeah, but
Because
then at the same
now
time,
at some point it's like, well, what Martial do we have anymore? Because at some point it becomes.
I think he's kind of.
You know, you don't just get 5 years of being bad in a
He
row.
needs to play with. He's not a bad player anymore.
No.
He's not a bad player. I think he's a very good player. Not great. He's a very good player who could potentially be great, but he seems to have lost his way at the moment.
It seems a little bit like Jesse.
Like everything's going on
You know,
around
you remember
him,
Jesse
rather than
With him.
that great season, and then
2017,
after the World
18.
Cup, yeah, he came back, and then all of a sudden he went like, I know it's not to that degree, but he went like a year without a goal or assist. And was like, what is going on with him? He's 26. He should be at his peak. We know he's a good player, and yeah, it's just not happening for him. And I feel like maybe there's something going on with Martial,
and they're different players,
or whatever. I don't know why.
Different players, but if you look at Lukaku, and I know Lukaku's always been clear he's a great goal scorer, maybe not a great player. With Martial, it seems to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't necessarily mean the player's shit. You know what I
No.
mean, there's something there.
But
and it needs to be sorted out. But
Yeah.
Cavani and Greenwood are major problems for him. And I think also when you look at the team that he got injured in and came out of, or the team when he was top goal scorer, it's almost like he left that team and came back to a completely different. Do you know what I mean in terms of mentality, direction?
When
Cavani
Bruno
and
came in, it like
becoming key
fucked him
figures.
somehow. It made it worse for him. Martial and Bruno.
No, Martial and Bruno had a good connection.
For a couple of
Cavani
months.
coming in
But
kind
Cavani
of
came
unsettled
in,
things.
and then obviously Bruno became
But you need
the
to
talisman.
you need to raise your levels.
And also with Martial, though, at some point you think, what is the target here? Is his target to come back in and replace? So next season Cavani leaves, he wants to be the number 9 next season. Like, at some point, if you're Man United's number 9, we can't go through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in a row with having someone that gets you 20 goals at best. We need someone that could, on a good year, gets 40. That should be the standard. Like, let's say Haaland next season. He might come in, get injured, get 22 goals, whatever. But in theory, Haaland could get you 40 goals. Lukaku could get you 40 goals.
Go on.
The
Zlatan,
solution's
same.
at Old Trafford.
What,
We
Greenwood?
don't need Haaland.
Greenwood.
Mason Greenwood is the future and is the truth, bro. Murder Mace is the one. And for me, if you're buying a new striker, go and get Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Go and get someone else that isn't going to stand in front of
Someone that is a different style of player as well.
I
That's why Cavani's
Erling
good.
Haaland's a huge talent, bro.
Yeah.
Huge. I'm not writing him off, but so is Mason Greenwood.
Do you not need
Stick
that,
Mason
though?
Greenwood in a Bundesliga,
Yeah.
50 goals, bro.
But do you not need like 2 outstanding strikers?
Not in the way we play now. We play
you
with
think,
one
like, is
striker.
that not
Is
little
Haaland
bit-
ever going to play on the wing?
No.
With Mason, okay, he could.
Yeah.
All right, you can. Teams don't function with 2 strikers that want to be main man anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't. All right, so who's the main man? If Haaland comes through the door, who's your main man?
Haaland.
It's going to be Haaland, isn't it?
Nah, it's not. See, for me, like Greenwood, I fought against Leeds.
I don't mean like in terms
I
of
know what
us.
you're saying,
Yeah,
bro. I know
like
what you're
Ole's
saying.
going to bring him in and go, right,
Greenwood
you're my 9.
against Leeds. Yeah, I thought with his back when he had players on his back,
Yeah.
he found it a bit difficult in terms of. I can't remember who it was. They went through him a few times.
Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
got the ball,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking, "Come on, Mace!" Like, but then everything else he was doing, dragging man wide.
The one where
Pulling
he
guys out the way.
putting people on the floor in the centre circle
Like,
and playing balls through.
Everything he did was class.
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood is the truth. Like, what else do we need? We don't need Erling Haaland, bro. I promise you.
Is that not, though, just to sort of play devil's advocate a little bit,
Promise.
right? He's only 19. Yeah, we get...
How old's Haaland?
Haaland's 21, I think. But is that not putting a lot of pressure on Mason next season then? If he's 20 years old and you're going, you're
What's
our
the
main
difference
striker.
between 2021 year?
Because Cavani will be gone next season, so you're saying, right, we're just
Yeah, I
bringing...
know what you're
Do you know what I
saying.
mean? Like, all right, we're bringing Calvert... Do we do that, though? Do we bring in Calvert?
Because he's going to be 65 million.
I know
He's going to
you're
be
not
about
saying-
the same money as
Yeah.
Haaland with his buyout.
So it's like, all we're saying, right, Mason, you're our number 9, and our backup is Charlie McNeil, or,
Come on, Martial.
or Martial. It's like, there's a lot of
Happy with
difference
that.
when...
But the thing is, though, like I know that obviously we've seen Martial. We've seen Martial get what was it like?
Ninja Mason.
Yeah, 13 goals, 15 goals, 13 goals, 23 goals, 6 goals. But the thing is, if Martial carries on his years now, and again how he was last season, so we've got a year's worth of. I'm not just jumping to conclusions after one game. If he carries on his years now, not to be a dickhead, he isn't a suitable backup for Manchester United at the minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
6 goals isn't enough for your second strike. Like that's like not playing for
But
United
I
levels
think-
of bad.
I don't think. I feel like the focus shouldn't be on Martial after that Southampton game.
No, but again,
I genuinely.
I get it.
Obviously is
But
because
and
of
also
last
it
season,
highlights
but
the last
Yeah.
whole year, and you think this is it, right?
That's why it
Fresh
is.
start. Come on, that's why he gets highlighted.
If that's the start of last season, we're like,
No, of course, but
It's
that's
just unfit.
No, exactly.
There's a few super chats I'll get into before we move on.
by the way, this is sponsored by Manscaped, and we've got ad read in a bit.
Yeah, we're going to get onto that in a minute. Yash, thanks for joining the Academy, a new member. Abhinav Verma says, you guys giving false hope with your titles. Will we get anyone is more appropriate? Abhinav Verma again says, Martial...
Title your own videos, make your own channel. How about that?
Bit harsh,
I'm
but
only
still.
joking.
Jesus.
Wow.
Adam, have a walk, cool
takes
off.
feedback well,
Hey,
Mr.
cool off.
Nicola. Abhinav Verma says, Martial looked... This is a bit harsh. And actually, no, because I like Ashley Young. Says, Martial looked and played like Ashley Young yesterday.
Interesting.
He didn't, but... I like Ashley Young. So I'm not
The
bothered
midfield
about
was a much bigger problem
Well,
for
we'll
me
get on to
yesterday.
that after we've done this.
Attention, listeners across the
We'll
galaxy.
get on to the midfield.
All the way from Australia to Houston. Do we have a pube problem? Can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
See,
thought we
could've changed
fucking
that,
did.
So all the way from Altrincham to Hume.
That's like, what's that, 3 miles? That's not much, is it? If so, our friends at
go-to is
Shut up!
Manchester to Mumbai.
Yes. If so, our friends at Manscaped have cleared you for takeoff with their 4th generation and brand new Lawnmower 4.0 to kick your pubes into orbit. You're going to have a fanny like a pig's cheek when I'm finished with you. We're shaving you downstairs. You don't say that on there, but I said it. We're going to shave you downstairs and kick you out into the world to go and impress everyone. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your missus, your mister. What they want is freshly trimmed pwabs. It's not 1917 anymore. It's not the Middle Ages where you just turn up with a thicket full of, I don't even know what going on down there. Birds hanging out in there, a thrush or two, and that's the bird, not the illness. That's not today's game. Today's game is tight. I've seen people with fades going on down there. Really? I'm not joking. Skin fades. Yeah? High tops. All that shit. All sorts going on.
I got a high top, but I'm pubeless.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that means.
Nice.
But that's what it is today, and you need Manscaped for that, right? Yeah. And the new 4.0 trimmer is...
red in
go on.
Pineapple Express when you go...
Yeah. Do you want to be streamlined? Yeah. Do you want to be... Jay, do you want to be streamlined?
I'm still thinking about the fanny like a pig's cheek comment. I think that's stellar.
We have to check...
Do you know what?
That's called.
We'll have to check. We'll have to check with Manscaped whether that phrase is allowed, and I apologise if not. But the 4th generation trimmer also features a ceramic edge blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor. That's 7,000 revs per minute. What?
Faster than my car.
Way faster than your car. Yeah. And it's got multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock and is even waterproof. So you're not going to have
multi-function on-off, do you mean on and off? Yeah.
Is that not multi? On, off, and lock.
Or off.
So that means if you put it in your cupboard or you put it in your suitcase, you're taking it, you're going to Marbella or whatever for the weekend, and you're going to shave yourself when you get there because you don't want any unnecessary growth. Yeah. It's not going to set off in your overhead luggage. You're buzzing. Sounds like you're smuggling... I don't know, sex toys into the country. No one wants that, but you don't have that anymore. The performance package...
You smuggle them.
Yeah, I just smuggle them up my bum. Is that what you're trying to get me to say? The performance package 4.0 includes the Lawnmower 4.0, and it also includes the Weed Whacker, which is a 9,000 RPM, 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to take away your nose, your ear, your, other hairs.
Yeah, I need to get one of them myself.
You do?
Yeah. I'm getting hairs on my ears,
Yeah, you need you need that, man.
And you know what?
You need the Weed Whacker.
Grays,
Yeah.
Grays.
Well, we can't help you with that.
Well,
but what we can...
them all.
Really? Well, abort hairy balls.
Is that why you're bald, Jay?
Fuck's sake.
Grey hairs.
I wish. Just not got any hair.
No hairs.
But I have got hair down there and I keep it nice and trim though.
Good lad. Abort hairy balls and Buzz Lightyear that Woody with Manscaped. Some sort of...
Buzz Lightyear that Woody?
Yeah. One small step for clam, one giant knob with no hairs on it. Manscaped, use code DEVILS20 at manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping. It's in the description. Click on that. DEVILS20 at checkout. You get 20% off and free shipping.
Why is there a space theme today, bro?
It's out of this world, bruh.
Ah, nice.
Right.
Well done.
Back to Man United.
Donny van de Beek.
Donny van de Beek.
That was the other talking point. Andy Martial was one. Donny van de Beek was the other. People losing their minds because Donny van de Beek didn't feature. People saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's basically bullying him by not picking him.
By giving him 180 grand a week.
I mean...
I tell you... Go on.
Discuss.
I'll go first then. Thank you. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone get more credit for not playing for Manchester United than Donny van de Beek has in the last 12 months. I just think he's a good player. Maybe you could say he hasn't had the opportunities that he deserves, or maybe you could say they haven't had the opportunities he would have expected. Because I don't know if he has deserved more opportunities. Maybe, let's change something up, let's try something different. I get that. But when you look at what positions he plays in natively, it's number 8, it's number 10. We've got Paul Pogba, we've got Bruno Fernandes doing that.
The best two in the league.
Yeah, the best two in the league. The best two, you were saying it before, Adam, the best two players in the team.
Paul Pogba's got 5 assists.
Exactly. It's a record for the first 2 games of the season.
2 games.
Like, Donny van de Beek isn't a replacement for Fred, isn't a replacement for Matic. He isn't that kind of player. He could maybe do a better job at certain aspects of Fred's job. Certainly the distribution.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't think he was that bad yesterday. I didn't.
Did you watch?
Yeah, I'm not saying he was great.
Did you watch?
Everyone was going berserk at him, and I thought he's not been that bad.
He gave the ball away a lot, man.
Maybe
he had a 76% pass rate.
He's awful, man.
For a CDM, that is dreadful. Yeah. But I agree with you. First half, I thought he was getting more stick than he deserved.
That I was losing my mind at Fred, and I'm not his biggest fan.
Matic was equally as bad, but We need to stop playing 2 people to do one person's job. It's fucking stupid, man. It's like having Cam and Alex over there together.
Donny van de Beek
wouldn't be as stupid enough to
doesn't
do
solve
that,
that,
would
though, does he? Donny van de Beek doesn't come in and do it. Anyone's. Like,
It's because he's
I'd be better than Fred.
It's because he's just another
enough.
option.
That enough, man. Why do we have to have Fred, bro?
Fred.
£52 million.
Mate, he's a Brazilian international.
Fucking disgrace,
Hey.
bro.
Do you know what
It's
I
as
mean?
Brazilian as after Joe's Manscaped.
That is Brazilian. That's a bad example because
Right,
that is
he's-
something else that
he's
is
had
Brazilian.
enough of Fred.
I have
Right.
literally had enough.
But
And McTominay and Matic.
Right, well, other than them, he loves him. Right, what about you?
I'm in a more peaceful state with Fred.
Yeah.
I declared last season that
It's like an illness. I've come to terms with it.
it actually is.
Accept
It's an addiction.
There's nothing we can do about
No.
it. Just got to live with it.
Yeah, I come to terms with Fred because I admitted to myself last season he's not good enough for United. We need to replace him. Now all I can do is wait until that happens because he's not good enough. He won't be good enough. He's 26 or 27, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He isn't going to turn into Kante. He isn't going to turn
He's
into
28.
Fabinho. He's 28.
Yeah.
He isn't going to turn into Michael Essien or Michael Carrick.
No.
These sorts of players that could actually change our midfield for the better. He's not going to become that player.
McTominay is better than him or equal to him. And McTominay was free and he was a striker and he was like just literally brought there because Mourinho wanted to make a point. Like,
It's a baffling signing. Aditya Gutam says, with Matic, Ollie should have played Van der Beek. He is press resistant, plays a quick 1-2, and is effective against a low block.
that's the problem as well. Southampton's press was really good.
It was really
Matic
good.
is really old and stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fred is not press resistant. Like Pogba,
Because he's passing so
press
bad.
resistant. He's fucking useless.
Matic isn't press
You said
resistant
that
because
as
he's
well,
slow
didn't
and
you?
metallic.
Like he was
He's like the
targeting.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, you're not going to get much joy out of Bruno
No.
or Pogba, but if you press Fred,
Yeah.
Bruno, you'll get some joy out of. I thought that wasn't a foul on him either.
you didn't.
I didn't think that was a
I
foul.
think if that had gone the other way around, we'd have scored. We wouldn't have been
We'd have
going.
been fuming.
Yeah, if that's-
We'd have been
we'd
fuming
like
if that-
I actually don't think I would be fuming.
don't
I think that was a foul.
Was
Ollie
not a foul.
definitely did.
You said you thought it was a foul when we had a chat earlier.
Yeah.
Because of the force, like fuck the
Yeah,
force.
because he
won the
fucking
ball,
slams
bro.
across him. The
Yeah, good.
first
It's like
first
Billy
contact.
Dane with the
The
ball in
first
your own
contact
fucking
is
arm.
his hip across like the
And
side
again,
of
I'm not
Bruno's
accusing
body.
you of this. I'm not accusing you
Yeah.
of this. But if that's Pogba, reputations go before him, and everyone's blaming Pogba for that goal. But when it's Bruno, it's
But there's also a difference.
it's a foul.
But there's also a
it's
difference,
not a
isn't there?
foul.
Because Bruno's 5'9", Paul Pogba's 6'4". It's harder to knock
Let's
a bigger
say
man
McTominay
over.
done that to Ward-Prowse and we scored. We're going fucking yes, McTominay. About time someone in our midfield took the challenge in.
Maybe.
Alfie Palmer in Super Chat says, thoughts on certain supporters saying Ollie is treating Donny like how Jose treated Shaw. Don't agree, just feels like an overreaction.
Has Ollie ever called Donny a fat fuck with no brain?
Exactly. That's exactly
which
what I
is
was gonna
kind of
say.
what Jose did.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, with my brain.
Even when Shaw played well, Jose didn't give him any credit. He said I was doing his thinking for him. From what we gather as well from reports, he was bullying him in training. It was pretty horrendous what went on with Shaw.
Positives though.
Go on.
That save from Dave.
Good save.
Are you
They should've
still
scored
Tom Heat 1?
Heat 1 will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Describe for anyone at home,
Yeah.
Adam, who doesn't know what Heat 1 is, because
Well,
it sounds like
basically,
some,
I've got
it sounds like
episode
some
of
sort of
madness
camping
that's-
equipment, so you
I've
don't
got
get
a feeling
hypothermia.
job.
It's not what I want to happen. It's what I think will happen. And by Christmas, Tom Eaton will be our number 1.
By Christmas.
After Christmas, Tom Eaton will be our number 1. Like, just like, you know.
Yeah. Like,
Maybe I'm
Immediately following Christmas.
With Henderson and David De Gea still at the club on the bench, try to get in the team, he's going to keep them at bay with his performances. That's what you're
Because
saying.
one shocker from De Gea,
Yeah.
a little wobble from Henderson, and Heat 1
isn't that
straight
like-
in.
Also, by the way, can we talk about Dean Henderson? Is he all right? He's had
He had COVID, innit? Long COVID.
He had COVID 2 months ago or a month ago.
But he also
I had
he also
COVID after him.
Was it?
He had a hip injury. Yeah, but he was meant to be back from that, and then Ollie was talking about
I don't know if
COVID.
it was a joke, and I didn't want to say it on here. Did I read that? Yeah, it's his testicle.
He hurt his testicles.
Yeah,
I don't
Is it a
know.
Manscaped thing you're reading?
Yeah.
maybe. He never hurt his testicles.
How am I meant to know if he hurt his
Why are you
testicles?
whispering it?
Because I don't know if it's true, isn't it?
Well, if it's,
If you
it might be
whisper it,
spurious.
He hurt his testicles.
Apparently.
What happened?
I don't know. That's the thing I thought I read it.
Right. Well,
Must
if
be
anyone's
really
got any
bad.
information,
That is
on
that is
Dean Henderson's
nonsensical rumor right
testicles,
there.
let us
I'm
know.
about to Google Dean Henderson's testicles.
Jack Lynch in the Super Chat says, do you think Donny should transfer his game in order to get more opportunities in the team?
As in,
Transfer where to a new team?
No, his
Changes-
game, I think he means, yeah. He's bulked up a bit, hasn't he? But he's not really necessarily changed his game. Abhinav Verma says, are you guys covering how great Martinelli was over Greenwood in today's piss take?
No. We're not. We cover a lot. We cover
that's a joke.
We cover a lot of Arsenal. Don't you worry
Never
about
hurt
that. There's
his-
plenty
never
of
hurt his
Arsenal.
testicle.
Right. I didn't think so. Are you ashamed of yourself?
You hurt his testicle.
You're thinking of Adolf Hitler.
That was it.
No, I wasn't.
You were. You said he'd be number 1 by Christmas. You said we'd be back home by Christmas. You bastards.
You don't remember the song? Might have been one ball. Right. Get involved in the chat anyway. Let us know what you think about Donny van der Beek, Anthony Martial, Southampton. What else are we going to talk about anyway? Because I've had enough of Southampton now.
I love Southampton.
Because it was just depressing. We're not going there quite yet.
Fucking hell.
Jump to the...
I thought we could just put it in the middle of the show.
All right, go on then. We'll do Wally in the week in the middle. Go
on. By the way, this is sponsored by Manscaped. There was 20. Check out manscaped.com. 20% off and all that. 4.0 lawnmower. Do your balls up.
What is this?
What's going on
Some
here?
sort of speed run.
Yeah.
Wally of the week. Wally of the week.
Should we do it at the end
Wally
so we
of
can
the
have time
week.
to think about it like we normally do?
Yeah.
I know who mine is.
Do you?
Go on then.
Carry on.
Who's yours? Fred?
Nah.
No, we're not
I
having
don't
any...
give Wally of the
we're
week
not,
to United
Yeah,
players.
exactly. We're not doing that.
We only give Wally of the week to like Glazers and Woodwards and stuff. Wally of the week goes to Mikel Arteta.
Why?
Why?
Shit, innit?
No, do you know who I think's worse? I think those Arsenal
Ollie,
fans.
Oh, that Arsenal fan in his car.
Well, he's an idiot.
He's a cunt.
Right, fair enough.
Sorry.
Right, that's the...
Well, he is, isn't he?
That's the end of this
The
podcast.
guys that were surrounding
That's getting
Arteta's
taken
car,
down.
filming him.
Was it in the first 30 seconds?
Hey,
I don't know what that means.
filming him. Did you see him like going around his car and having a go at him?
No.
Edu. See, Edu's missus tells him to fuck off.
Oh no, there's one where they're going around Arteta's car, like saying, "Oh, Mikel, I'll try to chat to him. I'll have a go at him," and filming it.
I remember like Troops did that and then took a picture of Sanchez
It's
when he
like,
hated him.
yeah, it's just so shit. That.
Yeah, I don't
What
like
are
that.
you doing? Luke H in the super chat says, "What are your expectations if we don't sign a DM?" Which kind of brings
Third
me
or
to-
fourth.
Really? Yeah.
Chelsea are favourites for the title, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
No.
They're above City.
No. Chelsea are alright.
Chelsea,
but what-
City, and then it'll be Liverpool or United.
I think City is still favourites.
Yeah, me too.
And
Chelsea, why?
I think.
Even
What?
without Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Well, mate,
Oh,
let's
well, yeah,
not-
because they've had Harry Kane
yeah.
for the last 10 years when
What's
they won the
changed
league
with
6
What's
times.
changed City? Like, they
What do you mean
bought
what's
Jack
changed? What do you mean what's
Grealish
changed?
doesn't
No,
change
stop a sec, stop a
anything
sec.
for
What do you mean what's changed? They're the reigning champions. Nothing needs to change.
Chelsea are better than them.
No, they're not.
Chelsea are better than them.
No, they're not.
Chelsea are better than them.
Should we just do that for 20 minutes?
Go on, keep going. We've got another 18 minutes to
They
fill.
proved it last 3 games they played him.
Yeah, what,
Tommy
what, yeah,
Tickles
but
fucks him.
we've beat City.
Tommy Tickles is the best manager in the league.
Let's not forget
Ollie,
as well.
Ollie won the double
Right.
over City
Pep
last season. We'll be
Yeah,
better than
because
them.
Ollie's
Pep
better than
fucks
Pep.
up in the Champions League massively.
Like he always does.
Like you just named 2 of his best DMs there, Rodri and Fernandinho. He didn't play either of them. Kante was just running that
He's a
midfield.
bold fraud.
Exactly.
Thomas Tuchel is the best manager in the league, and he's going to win the league.
I'm
I'm not saying he won't win it, but how can you? I don't know how you can't have City as favourites.
Because Chelsea have just bought Romelu Lukaku and they're the European champions.
Mm-hmm. City have just
the
bought
European
Grealish.
champions have just added one of the best strikers in the world.
Do you know what? For
City
me-
have got Grealish, but Grealish, you see if they get Harry Kane,
Yeah.
it's boom, levels above anything else they've got. Grealish, whilst I think he's one of their best players,
Is
he goes
Mahrez.
in- But it's
Yeah.
Is it much different to what they've already
Yeah,
got
I agree.
there?
But I
and
still
I think
think-
they
but
changed Grealish's play so much that he becomes half the player.
I
he
think
used to be.
every year for the last 10 years, City have been the team to beat. City have been favourites. Other than, I mean, even in 2013, you would have said City are the team to beat. I know United are, were the team to beat for 20 years. But, like, basically, if you beat City, you win the league.
I
And that
predict
has
Chelsea
been
will
the
win
case
Champions
for
League
10
last year.
years now.
Right.
I'm not saying Chelsea won't win it. They could win it. But surely City are the favourites.
And if we get a DM, we win it.
I just feel like it's going to be difficult, really difficult for us to finish above 4th.
Did you? Really?
Because, well, hang on a minute, right? City, you're saying Chelsea are first, yeah?
City is shit.
Right, City is shit. All right, thank you. I wish that were true, and it was that simple, but they're
Well, I
not.
mean, we're already one point ahead of him.
And also, the Scousers, it pains me to say, yeah, that's it. It pains me to say, like, they've got goals. They're always going to get goals with Salah and Mane. Yeah.
And Van Dijk looked very good the
Yeah.
other day.
And it's now they've sorted out the defensive issues he had because basically they've, got some players back.
Martial runs at him.
Right. So, Chelsea, Liverpool and City.
What, in the
and
warm-up?
then also,
And then Martial sits on the bench.
yeah, I love the sort of fucking planet we're living on here. Seamus Williams, member for 11 months.
Planet 21.
Says, can we organise a campaign to cancel Souness?
Nah, fuck Souness. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that what the campaig's called? You know what it is? Shall I tell you what we need to do?
Go on.
You need to stop with the Souness memes.
Yeah.
You need to stop with tweeting about
come
him.
on, man. You
You
say
need to
that,
do
though,
all
it's so
those
difficult,
things,
though.
and then
So
he'll
tasty.
become irrelevant. Sky Sports have Graham Souness on there because they know he's going to say some dumb shit. And they know, therefore, he'll trend. And they know people will watch. They don't care whether you're watching because you're angry, happy, sad, having a wank. They don't give a shit why you're watching.
How do you know?
As long as you're watching.
What?
Because it's facts.
Oh, no, sorry.
So
No.
stop. It's like me. And you know what, yeah? I need this advice too. It's like sometimes when I see like Piers Morgan and them pricks, although he's blocked me now, or like the Sun or the Mail tweets and bullshit and you quote it and you're like, what the fuck? That's what they want. That's what they do. They want you to engage even if it's negatively because algorithms and that and stats. Oh yeah, 1,000 people, 1 million people looked at our tweet today. Yeah, but they hated it. It's like the Arsenal fan TV, like. So like, oh yeah, people love us. People love us. They're watching you because you're a dickhead, bro. They're not watching you because they like you and they think your analysis is amazing.
Do you know what?
They're watching you because they want to see you cry today, bro.
You said this to me in the past, right? Don't fucking give him a fucking don't retweet him. And I thought, alright, he's got a fair point.
You watch him all the time.
And then he's got a fair point, right? And a day later, you fucking quote tweeted some shit that they fucking.
I only quote tweet. What's that all about?
Yeah, you gotta do that.
That's all you want. Rest in peace, Claude. That is the greatest,
the best
fan channel clip ever.
Just to be clear, though, Sky can't actually tell if you're having a wank, can they? They don't
Have
know.
you got a camera?
They don't know.
If you're watching on Sky, go on your laptop. They can.
If you film it and send it to him.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, and then they should I do that. Just put attention, urgent.
Yeah, urgent. No,
Urgent.
so they think it's a reply. Urgent. Yeah. And just my absolute bolognese
Exclusive
hanging out
footage.
everywhere.
Yeah, but that.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, you get away with that one. Jack Lynch in the super chat says, if Haaland goes to City, then United are finished. That's why I would rather let Man City get Harry Kane. I don't think we've got a choice in the matter, to be honest with you. But
will Pep do a deal with Raiola though?
Yeah.
Of course he will. Money talks, doesn't it? Come on.
Apparently, like, they proper hate each other.
They say that
like
though.
Pep, like Raiola does interviews saying, yeah, Pep can go.
Eat my bum.
Yeah,
eat
but
an arse.
if Pep wants Harry Kane and Harry Kane is going to get...
No, I mean Haaland.
Sorry, Haaland. If Pep wants Haaland and Haaland's going to bring in Raiola a load of money going to City, then he'll do it. He'll do that deal. He ain't got any scruples, has he? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think
he did his Wally of the Week as... I've forgotten who you said now.
Who did I say?
I don't know.
Arteta,
You said it. Arteta.
Let's go again.
That was a shit one.
That Arsenal fan.
In his car or his mum's car.
You know what he's done as well? Pretending he's just left the ground, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've just got in my car, leaving the ground. Bruv, you are on your drive, bro.
He's gone
How
to...
can you be that angry?
Describe what it is for anyone who hasn't seen it.
It's like...
I know most people have seen it.
Don't go and watch him either, man.
Just describe it then.
Just tell them.
People might not know what it is.
Dickhead. Game week 2 and he's getting angry.
Yeah.
How can you be that angry?
Sat in his car screaming and crying
How
at the
old is
camera. He's in his 20s.
and then upload
Really?
it.
Certainly.
and then
Have you not
decide
seen
to
this
upload
video?
it.
I've seen it, but he looks young to me. He looks like he was about
Well, if he's got a
14.
car, he can't be 14.
It's not
his
14?
car.
But I thought it's his mum's car.
Oh, is it a kid?
I don't know. He looks
Oh, it's
very
not a kid,
immature.
is it? I don't think it's a kid. I think it's an
He's
adult.
like a 20-year-old.
I think it's
But
a full...
He's just screaming into the camera.
I think it's a
I
full-grown
didn't even watch
adult.
it. I saw the picture. I knew what it was about from the comments on Twitter. And I thought,
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life.
No, I think
Not
we're...
gonna
But it gives all of us a bad name.
Exactly. And people go, typical fan channel. Well, it's not, is it?
I think
Like, we don't do
But
that.
can I just tell you, like,
He's an 18
some
plus.
newspapers are called The Sun and everyone hates them. And then there's like good newspapers as well sometimes. Not a lot, but there's a few.
The Observer.
No.
The
On
Times.
Sunday. The Guardian.
The
Not
Guardian.
They're all owned by the same company, aren't they?
No.
The Guardian's not. Scott Trust.
The Independent.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Daily Porno Mags on the top shelf.
Sunday Sport. That's quality.
Yeah,
That's where you get the cutting edge
Sunday
story.
Sport.
Do you know what I mean? Like the man suing Greg.
Remember Page 3 used to have
inside pasties and it's burnt his knob. Seen that one?
Go on then, tell us.
Right, there's a guy in Sunday Sport, 'cause it's the only paper I read, and he was basically complaining to Greg
Best one.
because he likes to put his dick in pasties.
Yeah.
And they were too hot.
Yeah.
So he'd burnt his todger.
See, I have the complete opposite problem.
if you had
in
to-
that they're always cold.
If you had to, yeah. Can you put it in the microwave for me? If you had to put your knob in any pasty, what would it be? Cheese and onion, smoothest.
No. That's hottest, bro.
It's the smoothest paste.
Cheese and onions are hot.
Yeah, it's smelly, but it's the
stinks.
smoothest paste. I don't want my knob bouncing off a sausage or a bean in the cowboy pasty.
That bean sauce be
Cornish.
hot
Cornish
as fuck
pasties.
as well.
Cornish. You never know what you're going to get.
Fanny. So you get a visual.
This one you went, but it looks like a... And you did it. It looked like a bit of a pig's cheek. Speaking of pig's cheek, thank you once again to Manscaped for sponsoring the show. Use code DEVILS20 at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Take us home, Jay.
I'm sorry
you
to anyone that
sick
comes here
fuck.
for analysis and gets So here's us talking about sticking our knobs in pasties.
The sausage roll kind of works.
How's that work?
But you basically just displace the sausage.
Yeah, about to say that's like. Knob to knob.
No, that's like one of them finger traps.
Yeah.
Where you can get two blokes stuck in one sausage roll. Can't get out. Just two. You are.
Bill hasn't marked that in the Simpsons.
Right, move on. Right, that's that. That's
Right.
thank you.
Right, come on. Who's your Wally of the week?
My
before
one
we
of the
get
week
cancelled?
is oh dear, tough one, innit? Tough one, big one. Who's yours? That lad in his car. That lad in the Arsenal car. That Arsenal lad in his car.
That's Ty's car.
Yeah.
That
That
car.
He's blatantly got an
Ty.
Arsenal car, hasn't
Arsenal car.
he? He has on it. He's proper got it kitted out in all the Arsenal gear. Do you know what I mean? You know he has proper mint.
That little boots on the wheel, so it looks like he's got like boots on. Good. Say night. Say the night.
Hang on a minute. Jason McMillan says, "Will Joe shave his pip and donate to Jay if we win 21?"
Yeah.
His pip.
Yeah.
Right. So who did you choose?
The Arsenal car.
Oh, the Arsenal car.
Yeah.
Right.
That boy in his car.
Yeah. I'll go with. I don't know. I don't know who to choose. You said Arteta, haven't you?
You know, no, I didn't. What did I
Who'd you
say
say?
again? Who did I say again?
You did say Arteta.
No, but
Oh,
I'll
no.
change it. Arsenal fan, innit? In the
Arsenal
car.
fan. So you've got an Arsenal fan. You've got an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on.
No, because I'll be all serious now. And I'll be like,
Oh, you're gonna say
Yeah, he'll start doing
foreign
politics.
All right,
policy and
Dominic
that.
Raab, then you don't go on holiday when it's all kicking off, right?
There we go. Come
Seriously,
on. Come on, Jay.
I wish I could just go on holiday in the middle of a crisis when I met with the foreign secretary.
Yeah.
Sorry, anyway, yeah.
But our country hates foreigners now, innit? So that's what I don't turn
But
up.
us saying Arsenal car sounds a bit insignificant when you compare it to what Jay's is all about, doesn't it? But you know what? I'm sticking with Arsenal car. Arsenal boy
I'm
car.
voted. Arsenal car is Wally of the week. Never mind about what's going on in the real world.
Fuck that.
Listen, is there anything else?
You can't talk about cocks, pubes, pig's cheek.
I know. We
all
can't.
that
Pasties.
stuff, and then
Pasties.
start talking about Dominic Raab. Although if you had a pig's cheek, you'd probably fuck it.
Of course you would. That's what they do. Not even
Allegedly. No, it
they
isn't.
don't. He admitted
No,
it.
allegedly.
They
No,
admitted
allegedly.
sticking the dick in pigs.
David Cameron,
Really?
sue me.
Yeah.
Yo.
Right, have we got anything else we need to talk
Stop
about?
using
That's
Tony
it.
Blair on TV. He's a fucking war
Yeah,
criminal.
we need to cut
If I
before
wanna
he-
take
he's
advice
right. Come on,
from a
say
war
bye. Say
criminal,
bye.
Then like,
Say bye.
maybe I'll
merchandise.
what?
Shows the merchandise.
Show us your merchandise.
Hey.
No, not that. Your Manscaped merchandise. Get it out.
Get it out. Show everyone your pig's cheek. Right. Enough of this nonsense. Listen, thanks to everyone who's got us to over 600,000 subs. Check out these two clowns on Premier League
Fuck
Piss
Tony
Take
Blair,
at
war
7 o'clock
criminal. Lock him
tonight.
up.
It's going live then, so make sure you're checking them out. We'll be back for the rest of the week with all the other good stuff as well. The podcast, the transfers lives, looking towards the Wolves game as well. That's been Adam McCullough. That's been Joe Smith. I'm Jay Botty. This has been the Devils Podcast. Thanks for watching.